Hey, what's up with it, YouTube? We're back with one. But back on the topic though, it's a blessed day, it's a beautiful day outside, and the topic at hand for the day is going to be the something that's probably been going like super viral over the internet in the past couple of weeks. It's somebody that I wasn't very familiar with at first. His name is David. I believe he originally comes out of Texas. I don't know exactly what part. He was signed at a young age, I believe like 17. I believe he got like a $3 million advance or whatnot, but don't quote me on that. I'm just using a little information that I had came across during, my little research. But first off, I want to say RIP to that girl, Celeste Rivas. And I think her family got like a GoFundMe, so you can go out there and support it and drop a couple dollars, whatever you got. I'm pretty sure they'll appreciate everything. But back at hand, anyways, I was talking to somebody, and that's how I kind of came across it. I really wasn't familiar with him, like I said. So during the past couple weeks, it was a Tesla that was registered in his name, and it had got impounded. And I guess some of the people that worked there, they had smelled like a foul smell or whatnot, and they had called the cops, and the cops ended up finding like a mutilated body. And at first there was no information on who it was or what gender it was, but then some facts came out, because every day something's gonna come up on social media, the news, whatever or whatnot, wherever you get your information from. And it had came out that it was a female's body, and it was badly mutilated, and it was found in a part of the front part of the hood, I believe, so in bags. So that's all everybody knew at first. So that was already a bad look for him. So you already know people was going to start painting a narrative just because the car was registered in his name. So that's when that starts. Because you know how it is when you got a big name, people seem to jump more toward the negative than the positive, and that's what's wrong with people out here. Instead of paying attention to all the positive things that go out on in the world and on the internet, those don't go as viral as much. But anyways, it had came out eventually that the body was identified as Celeste Rivas, and I believe they identified the body with the help of the mom and TMZ. Some information passed on to the LAPD about some type of tattoo that says shh. So that was also linked to him as well. So at this point, he can't deny that he doesn't know him. But like I said, these are all allegations. You don't really know if that man did that. But then right after the body was identified, they apparently ran up in the house and they bought all types of forensics tools. They left out with probably things that'll probably be considered evidence. But a lot of people, if you don't know about the law, they had to convince a judge that there was some type of circumstantial evidence or something that could be effective for their case in that house. So he had to sign and approve of that search and see warrant for that to happen. So they already had information probably previous to doing that, and they was already investigating it. So they must have had something that was enough to lead them and make the judge believe that he's gonna go with signing it. So they did that. But like I said, out here, when you commit crimes out here, you gotta be careful, because you just don't got the people like the actual detectives, the police department, but you also have the internet police, and then you have certain platforms that work with the police in hopes that they get information back that can help them profit as well, whatever they might use them resources for. This ain't about that. I ain't about to get into all that. I'm trying to stay on topic. But anyways, over the past couple days, there was more updates of, digital photos and stuff over Discord and everything of that nature. And it ends up coming to find out that he definitely has been financially affected, and I think some ways would be positive. You know, some publicity. I know his streams have went up because some people are like, who this guy? So that makes people want to go check him out and see what he's about. Some people start doing detective work and going all into the lyrics and trying to decipher codes and just doing stuff that probably not really things that they should do, because if they was in that position, they wouldn't realize how that feels, how that could affect somebody. But at the end of the day, all people was hearing that there was a body and it was a young girl's body and it could be linked to you, so that automatically paints that you're some type of predatorial behavior going on, which I don't condone on. And that's why you just got to be safe out here, because people will come on these platforms and they act one way, but you don't know. Everybody has skeletons inside and in the past or even now that they're hiding, and these are big names a lot of times, people that people look up to and consider celebrities and people of higher status, but come to find out these people are really monsters. And you know what I'm saying, and this is crazy what's going on out here. Like I said, the negativities is always things that go straight to attention when it's coming on to this social media and the platforms like YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. But with that being said, that doesn't mean, like I said, just because they went into the house that they just might feel that there might be some information, or maybe that might be the place that she got killed. But that doesn't mean he's exactly that suspect, because as of right now, they still don't have any suspects, and he hasn't even been identified as a main suspect. But like I said, it looks bad with all the information, but like everything that I've gotten out of it is that, yeah, he probably shouldn't have been talking to no young girl. That's definitely a no-no, especially anybody who has anybody, loved ones or a daughter and sons. It doesn't matter. It's no reason why an older man should be communicating with a young girl that much, or even being seen with her that much in this, because it just doesn't look bad. Because even if it wasn't something, somebody's going to put it out there and put a spin on it, and people love to put spins on it, especially when you're a big name. But like I said, with a lot of the other facts that haven't been released by the LAPD, I'm pretty sure that it's being tactical, and they got to be careful, because he has the means and money to have a mean defense lawyer defense when I say that. So they got to be careful, because if they do anything wrong or release the wrong type of information, it could just make the case just throw right out the window, because it happens all the time. And then they ain't gonna get justice for that little young girl. Like I said, once again, rest in peace to her. I want to send her family my condolences. Like I said, they got to GoFundMe, so if you got a couple dollars, even if it's just $1, I'm pretty sure they'll appreciate it. Help them get higher to their goal to, help do what they need to do for that young lady. But with that being said, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back with another one.